well-being in Gold Coast in 2018. We had like a newspaper there, and I said that I'm guaranteeing you that I will win in Tokyo.
Our swimming hasn't been the best of the world last year, but when you are 20 seconds behind, you are well within the distance to catch the other group. And in many ways, it's very good that you have a small group that are maybe 15, 20 seconds in front, because they have a lead that I think they can expand. So they are pushing hard. But on the main group, you can control the pace quite easy. And when you come to the time when it's time to bike them in, or it's just a short effort, and then you are back and all are together. But if you do that too early, you know that always someone wants to go for a breakaway again.
Yeah, and I think kind of the big thing with the Olympics were the fact that Alistair Brownlee wasn't there in the first pack on the swim, and that made me believe that the first pack wouldn't have a chance to stay away.
Great.
Because there were no really strong cyclists who was like willing to drive away. So, and also with having Gustav behind, I thought that okay, it's probably gonna come back together a little bit like we did in Yokohama, and it's going to be a 10K run race where I need to beat Alexei, a guy who just ran away from me with a minute in Leeds. So I had a little bit trouble in Leeds with my hamstring. So I thought that on a good day I could kind of still catch up this minute. So I think the race dynamic was a little bit suffering by that I think everyone was believing it would be a 10K run race.
And getting off the bike, you know, you did have Alexei. I was going to ask you that after the Leeds race, and you did have Alexei there. I'm sure you're expecting it. You did have Hayden Wilde there, who is quite a dynamic young racer as well. You're young. And what were your thoughts? How were the legs? Did you feel like you're having a day, or because you looked amazing? You look so like you tend to show. You don't tend to hide anything. You show when you're racing, and you look so in control. Is that how it was?
Yeah, I felt really good coming off the bike, and I was a little bit not worried, but kind of we were 10 guys, 12 guys, like coming together after the first lap of the run. So it was almost a little bit like a fight for the position there on the run. So that's why I was kind of drifting back to 7th, 8th position there. Not because I was feeling tough, but it was more that it was a lot of guys who was kind of fighting for being in the feed to either Hayden or Alex. So I was kind of taking my time, and if they open up a gap in front of me, I had like what it took to kind of just bridge up, and trying to wait until that last 3-4K. And I think a few guys was like dropping off halfway through, like 1 and 1. And but the first big separation was like after 3K, I think, when I went to the front and picked up the pace and managed to bridge away with Alex and Hayden. And then when you are 3 guys getting a gap in the Olympics, it's really kind of, you're all kind of thinking, okay, yes, now we have a medal. Yeah, like, and I think that was kind of something that they were a little bit motivated by as well. So Alex went to the front again, pushed the pace, and it was all about the last lap.
I saw he was in control, and I didn't do too much coaching at the venue, but I say on the last lap, when you're going into the last lap, just trust yourself. You know what to do. So you didn't need to say so much more. And yeah, but Kristian, he was there, and I know it was a tough race, and he pushed hard in the end, but you also know that he can tolerate and push that hard, and if you want to win a race, it should cost a little bit.
And I had no idea how Hayden would be, because I think I've never been sprinting really against him. Either I haven't been sprinting against Alexei for a final K either. But
Super League, you when he came to Super League, you ran him off his feet, if you recall, in Jersey. He went to the front, and you came around him at the end. It wasn't a sprint, but in that second race. So it was like watching a Super League event. I must admit, when you guys made the break, I was starting to wonder whether, exactly what you said, whether the three of you were thinking, okay, great, I've got a medal. And then that starts to cloud your thoughts. And I started thinking, okay, which one of these three are actually thinking, I want the gold one? That's the most important conversation. And yeah, you could see from the beginning, Yi was trying to run you guys off and you just looked controlled. At what point did you feel, you know what, I've got this?
I think you never know. Like when a gap has been opened up, you just want to kind of kill that chance to the guy behind, open it up as much as possible, and just make him realize that kind of, okay, he should either save for second place now, you know, and try to secure his position. So I didn't really know. First of all, it was quite strange to get that gap in the first place, because then I had like this in my mind that it's the freaking Olympic Games. I'm leading the race, I have a gap, I'm on the road to a gold medal here. And then I got this 180 degrees turn and passed kind of the coach's area and just tried to take advantage of the downhill, because I normally run quite fast downhill. And then I think I first kind of realized that this is really going my way when I did that 90 degrees turn to the right, passing that a Mexican athlete, I think, or Colombian.
Yeah.
That was kind of the first time I thought, okay, the gap is so big, and I am just kind of I can just grind it through and kind of even pick up the pace if I need to. And but still, you can't kind of make the feelings and emotion go in, because then you will suddenly just fall apart. So I just try to stay focused and getting onto the kind of blue carpet before like really just letting the emotion get through.
Yeah, there's only 5 men and 10 of you in history that have ever had that. Walk me through the last 100, because man, I'm envious. That is just every athlete's dream, what you just experienced. What was, knowing the journey, knowing that conversation you had in 2009 together with the coaches, that you wanted to achieve this, knowing all the work that Norway has put into this, all the work you've done as a team. What's going through your head? Walk me through that last 100.
Extremely released. Like, I think it's like 3 years ago, I went out and said, like, they always kind of ask, what's your ambition for like the Olympics? And I said, well, being in Gold Coast in 2018, we had like a newspaper there, and I said that I'm guaranteeing you that I will win in Tokyo. So the headline was like, guaranteed the gold medal for Tokyo. So we have really been putting the pressure on ourselves coming into this race. So it's maybe just that relief that we actually did it. And it's strange coming into the Blue Cup as well, because that finish shoot is something I've been, first of all, dreaming about for so many years, especially after the test event, when we had kind of got like a overview of how the venue would look like. Then you especially have kind of the real finish shoot you could dream about. And also after the bike and swim fan, when you're kind of walking a little bit and seeing at the finish shoot, looking at this grandstand and kind of almost measuring up step by step the last 100 meters. And it was something I was thinking about the day before when I was about to go to sleep, like 7 p.m. because the alarm was going 3 a.m. So it wasn't easy to fall asleep when I just thought about that last 100 meters and how that would feel like.
Oh, it's always something you can improve, and I would just want to add that I talked to the other coach, Olav Alexander, just after the race. We were actually in the bus going to the race venue again to check in the bike for Lotte, and we were talking about Kristian's race, and then we suddenly talking about what we need to do for preparing for the next Olympics. And I said, okay, Olav, let's take a break. Let's enjoy the moment. We have just won the Olympics. We can start about the planning the next week. So that is a little bit of how we thinking, always want to improve and want to be better.
I think straight after, it was more like I was appreciating really that I have kind of achieved what I was said I would do, because I knew that if I didn't, it would be like a quite dark month coming up after. Like I would be extremely disappointed, and I said that if I'm not getting a medal in this event, it would be like a dark day after the race. But that was just a lie. It would be a dark month after the race. Like, and it's something I would stick to my mind for the next 3 years. After, for example, Rio, where I was nowhere near to be one of the favorites, I still dreamed about getting this breakthrough performance and getting a medal. And when I just finished 13th in Rio, that was just like a race I just want to forget as quickly as possible. And I never actually watched the replay of the Rio Olympic Games before last year, like in 2020 in the summer. So it took me 4 years to kind of get back and kind of look at that race. So it was just that relief of actually being in a quite nice place, good position after the race.